Mercedes W463, and this will apply to the 203, or W203 and the W209, which share the exact same dash panel, gauge cluster, whatever. You can see how the pixels on my display really bad. Driving in an ice storm, nice, huh? Anyway, averaging 20 miles per gallon too. But either way, I've got the new pixel board that I've ordered off of eBay, and I'm going to be replacing this. It's pretty damn simple, and again, it's the same for the W203, W209, and the W463. So let me get to it. I didn't want to finish this wasn't able to finish this last night, but now you can see what it's like, what it will look like when it's fixed. That's what my display looks like when it's cold. Once it warms up, it gets all crappy. So in order to remove this, I've had this for a few years that I use on 203s and 163s. And this is a little hook. It's made out of coat hanger, a thin coat hanger. There's thin and thick ones. Make sure it's a thin one, and make sure that it fits into this slot here. And your little tip, your little bent tip, will be the same size as this opening so that it can go straight in there. And then this is probably, the shaft is probably about 5-6 inches long, and I just simply bent a handle into it. I throw it in my toolboxes, and it's good there it's been sitting there for years. So now on either side, it's the opposite on the other side. So we'll do the passenger side first. You put it in hook facing out, and there's a channel that this whole thing is going to slide down into. You want to kind of push it this way toward the center of the cluster so it stays in the channel. When it gets to the end, oops, I missed. When it gets to the end, turn up slightly and pull. I missed. I must be missing in there. Hold on a second. You'll feel a little bit of resistance, and then you turn up and pull. Why am I missing it? It's in the channel. I can feel it in the channel. Oh, I haven't had this one off before, so maybe someone else has monkeyed this inside there. Hopefully it's not broken. God, I hope not. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'll do the other side, which again is the exact opposite, hook facing out. In, I'm going to switch hands. In, keeping it tight along that channel. Turn up and pull, and that's released. So I've got my steering wheel pulled all the way back and all the way down. Now let's look at this channel on the side that the hook goes into, so you can see what you have been doing. Oh, back in a second. Much easier to see the channel on the passenger side. So here's the hook, and it goes in, again facing outwards from the cluster. It goes along this little channel to the end. That's where it stops, and when you turn, it pulls this little hook here, which is what holds it in. It pulls it up so it can pull out. So if you're like this, you're gonna miss. So you have to keep it tight in that little channel. And same on the other side. So now I'm just gonna disconnect the wiring at the back. There should be one wire connector. Okay, and it's got you push down in the center. There's a little bar in the center. I'll show you once the clip comes out, and then you pull back on the bar. Down in the center, back on the bar. And then it releases. Let's pull that out of the way and let you see how this works. See, when it's locked up, this little bar in the middle keeps this gray bar from moving back. So you push the little tab down and slide it out. when you put it back in, you put it this way and pull like that, and it will lock it into place. So make sure it's down when you re-plug it in. Now it's merely a matter of clips. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna wait for a few minutes because it's kind of cold out today. I don't want cold plastic to snap or anything. And I'm gonna be using a plastic tool to pop them up, to pry them up. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes, and if there's another tab here, oh, someone's been in here before, probably to replace a bulb or something. But yeah, the paper tab is ripped, so someone has been in here. So there's 5 tabs, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 on the back. You just pop those and then slide the top up. So I'll wait a few minutes, let that warm up, and then pop those, slide it up, and I'll show you. Okay, so now the glass front just had slid straight off once those 4 tabs were released, or 5 tabs, sorry. So I'm gonna put that aside. And I'm working in the car today because it's freezing outside. And I have a bad back. I really roasted my back yesterday, so sitting down and working is better for me. So now you've just got this cover over the center, and it merely pulls up gently. It's plastic, always gently. There we go. And off. And where's my tweezers? Okay, hold on a second. I gotta slide this up too. Almost forgot the back. It just lifts out of the back. And you can see where the ribbon cable plugs in there. And then you have the little faceplate here. I have to get another little plastic tool to pop this out. There's 2 little fingers down here that hold the screen in, and then it just pushes in at the back, so it pulls back against the fingers and then up and out. Which I think, I don't care about wrecking this one because it's old and broken and I have a new one. No, I don't think I can pull back against it. Okay, plastic is still cold, so I just really want to be really gentle. I'm going to do it in this direction anyway. I'm going to grab the little plastic tab, pull back gently while my fingernail is under the lip of the metal of the glass screen, and pull up at the same time. So back and up. Try it on this side, even though I don't really have much of a fingernail on that side. There we go. That popped actually better than I thought it would. Did it pop up? Yes, it did. Oh, but this side popped back in. There we go. Okay, and then flop it over. I need 2 hands to turn around because I don't want it to hang by the cable, so I'm going to turn it around so it's facing us so we can see this again. Okay, note which way this is going with the little tab to the left, and the ribbon cable is on the bottom. Not on the top, it's on the bottom. Okay, so that's why we have to install it again. So now on this little ribbon cable connector, where are we? There's the 2 little black pins on the side. I'm using tweezers. Pull them back the tiniest little bit. Oop, I might be able to see this. Where the hell is it? There we go. Okay, and they're unlocked, and I should be able to slide this cable out. I'm gonna lay that in the orientation that we got it, and I've got my new one right here that I have to unwrap. So here's my new one sitting beside the old one in the same orientation, so that's going to go back in the exact same way. I'm going to slide this into, oops, into there. Can I do this with one hand? Push the little black plastic tab to lock it. Where the heck did my tweezer go that I was using? Damn it. I'm going to have to use a non-existent fingernail. Push that in. And the ribbon cable is locked in. Okay. Make sure it looks all lined up and in there. and then gently turn it over. Slide. Ooh, this isn't very long, is it? No, it's not very long. Ooh. It has to go under the front part first and then pop back under the plastic tabs. Get up there. And this cable seems to be a little bit shorter than the original. Damn, am I gonna have to unplug it? Oh no, it's going under. There we go. Okay. In, and then pop the two plastic clips over. They are over. And snap the plastic trim ring back on, and then we'll plug it in and see what it looks like. If I didn't just lose that under my. If you have any bulbs to replace, this is your chance. This is your time to do that. Do it. Oh, on this one there is no bulbs. They're all LED, are they? Great. Well, that's why I never had to change any bulbs on my W203. All LED. Lovely. So I've cleaned off the front with a microfiber towel. I'm just going to set this back into the back casing. Obviously, it's got to go through that little hole. Get in there. You're going in straight. There we go. And now I want to clean this off too, I guess. I'm going to clean off the inside of the clear plastic and then snap this back on. It just snaps together. Then we'll plug it in and see what she looks like. It's all snapped back together, and I'm just going to plug it in before and I've had my ignition running the entire time. If you're worried about it, don't have your ignition running. I'm not worried. The gauge cluster is not going to affect anything. Oh, I need two hands for this. I have to push it in and pull the little arm up at the same time. That was my bad. The plug was just not long enough to reach there. So anyway, pushing down while pulling up on the little gray arm. And then you stop pushing down and then just push in. Little gray arm pulls it in. And there we are, good to go. And then this the gauge cluster just gently locks back into place. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Same, again, I think I said it before, same method on the W203 and the W209, which use the same gauge cluster. And comment, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want. Thank you very much.